Hello and welcome to a new episode of possibly a brand new mod pack Let's Play. This mod pack is called TerraFirmaGreg and it is revolved around TerraFirmaCraft, which is an extremely hard Minecraft mod which amplifies the difficulty of vanilla Minecraft but while still keeping some vanilla aspects. And the popular Greg Tech mod, which is a technology mod that adds a lot of automation later in the game. And if you guys like this, then it might become a series. I just wanted to try something different from Project Ocean 3. But let's get started. First by collecting some stone. Which we have to collect from these little pebbles and sticks from these the sticks on the ground, because we can't yet chop down any trees or anything, because this mod makes it so that we can't chop down trees normally. But we can map the stone by right-clicking in the air into an axe head by using this pattern right here. I played this mod once before in a playthrough. I didn't completely finish it, but I know the basic start to the game. Just going through the quest book to see what we need for these quests. It's just nice to get like a basis for this mod because there's so much to do in it. And we are back from a quick intermission. Some family business had to be taken care of. I wonder if we can cut down this bamboo like in normal Minecraft for some sticks. Yes, we can. That's good because now we can turn this grass into hay, and I might need to turn down that volume a little bit. Ooh, some wild oat. This is going to be useful for some food later on in the game. Which, we need a balanced diet in this game because that will allow us to get the maximum amount of carbs. Like, right now we have no dairy, 50% grain, 50% fruit, 50% vegetables, and 50% protein. And these are all the toxins in our body, the contaminants. This is the calendar season in the year. This is our inventory. This is the climate that we're in, where we could spawn in a tropical rainforest, which is lucky, with an average temperature of 22 degrees Celsius, which is good so that we can grow crops all year round. Average rainfall of 380, which is amazing so that we can find cal and clay here. And a current temperature of 17 degrees Celsius, which is good. And this is just the basics of TerraFirmaGreg, which I know most of this and how to play the mod relatively well. Now that we have these basic resources, we're going to chop down a tree. And there are many different types of wood in TerraFirmaCraft that can be made of different things. Like, some are boat materials, others are can burn for longer and at hotter temperatures, and it's just really useful in the game. these are clay indicators, so if I dig down right here, then we'll find some clay, which is good for the early game, because you need that to fire your first tools and get to the Copper Age, which is what we are going to do next. Just making a shovel to make clay collection a little bit easier. We are going to need a lot of clay throughout this playthrough, so I'm glad that we're getting some now. I'm going to turn down my volume even lower. I'm going to make a mark on the minimap. Create waypoint, clay, and we are going to make this color a light blue, because that's roughly the color of clay. And now that we have some wood, some straw, and some clay, I think we can get a little bit more straw. Enough straw for a rudimentary shelter. Because with the straw, ooh, I want to get a picture of this. Ooh, cocoa tree. I think that's good. But I've yet again never run into one of these type of trees in TerraFirmaGreg. Cocoa beans, which can be used for roasted cocoa beans, cocoa butter, milk chocolate. Huh. Nice, we can make milk chocolate, which is dairy and grain. So let's mark this on the map for a cocoa tree. And we're going to make it brown. I think that's how you spell cocoa. Yeah. And then with these sticks we can make I forgot the recipe for it, but it's similar to a type of like scaffolding. Beats me for now on how to make that type of scaffolding, but for now we're just going to make some straw into thatch, which can be used for a roof without letting the blocks fall, like dirt, in this case tropical dirt, will fall if you put it at too high of an area, but thatch will not fall as long as it's supported. But we don't need that right now. Right now we need to get a campfire set up. Which I think we can do by dropping 2 logs and a stick, and then making a pair of fire starters. Nope. me look in the book on how to make a campfire real quickly. 3 sticks and 1 log. Sorry about that. There we go, now we have a campfire. That's a nice effect of the moss surrounding the campfire. This will give us a little bit of light in the meantime during night. Just clearing out the brush so that none of it catches the forest on fire. And with this campfire we can go into looking at what to do next to progress. Pit kiln is most likely what we need next, but first I'm gonna want to find some ore pebbles. Or, no pun intended, we could get the clay materials first and that set up in the fire using some straw. Can you create... No, we cannot create a stone mortar and pestle. So right now oat is of almost no use. So, right now we're gonna go into the clay crafting recipes, go into clay napping, and we are going to want to make some, I believe we want to make an unfired vessel, some unfired large vessels, and some unfired jugs for water. One, two, three, 4, 1. Got it. That's how you make a jug. And these are just going to let us store water in the most basic fashion. And then we also want vessels, which are... I forgot to make them. Made like that. 1 in each corner. And now if we get a little bit more straw with a new knife. We can make a pit kiln, which we're going to make a block light for our campfire, to bake these unfired tools that we have. We can place them down using the V key. Fire started. And that's our first pit kiln. Now that has 8 more minutes to smelt. So while that's going, I'm going to try and find some food. Let's see, can we eat this? Can use it to make baskets or paper, which is useful, so I'm going to collect this for now. Also make torches, I believe. Where's my wood? There's my putting sticks in here. So make torches, yeah. And place a torch down, and then I can make more torches by just simply right-clicking on the already existing one. Just gonna look for some quick food, and preferably some water, before that's good, a river nearby, and a horse. Ooh. Some berry bushes that we can get once we get a hoe for harvesting them. Some clay right here. Drink from a fresh water source. In this mod pack you can't drink from a salt water source, or else it'll give you dehydration instead of actually hydrating you. Also just want to keep an eye on the ground to see if we see any copper or tin. This is salt. Rock salt. What are you? Oh, blackberry bush. How nice. Just damages us. I think for now we can get some fish in the water as our first source of food. What are you? Oh, it's a manager. Okay, I'm drowning. It's nice to know that there are manatees. Oh, this guy's going fast. What are you? There we go. Now we have some food to at least last us the night. And just want to keep an eye out for some copper. Or tin. I think we need tin, copper, or forgot what the other material was. I think I'm gonna chop down another tree. So I can get some more wood. And you do not want to be in the path of the tree roots. It will crush you and end up killing you. Some cooked shellfish. Cooked bluegill, nice. And then this will be the food for later. Now I want to make another fire pit for some large vessels, which can be used to store food without it expiring for too long. I think I want to make 4 of them. We're going to need a shovel, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to need 2, 3, 4, because these take up an entire spot instead of 1/4 of the spot for like the vessels and the and the jugs. You can nap this? I didn't know you could nap straw. Oh, into a basket. You can fit items in a straw basket, nice. Also a straw hat. Protects against direct sunlight. I think I'm gonna actually want to make one of those. Just to help, since we're gonna be working out in the sun a lot. Maybe they have to be in like the individual pits. Our 2 vessels and our 2 ceramic jugs are done, which is nice. Yeah, needed to be in its own individual spot, so we can put this one here, that one there, and one right here. But first we need to get some straw. And looks like we have just enough. From here, and then light this up. Nice. Oh, we have pumpkins. Pumpkins. Now we need to make some more tools. That's unfortunate. And we need some more rock. And finally a shovel. Let's see what else the quest book calls for primitive tools. A hammer, a hoe, and a javelin. Stone javelin head is like that. No. Oh, 3. There we go. Then we need a hammer, which means we need some more stone. Just like that, and then we also need which is like that. There we go, hammer, and then it's gonna be like that. Oh, campfire ran out, but that's alright. We get the wood ash from it, and we can always restart it by putting wood in the inventory and then relighting it with a fire starter. Now that we have these tools, we can satisfy the quest. And here's the javelin. pumpkins. And we're also going to want the seeds from this. Any others? No? Alright. Pumpkins can be cut up with a knife into pumpkin chunks, which are good for the fruit value in our health bar. And now that we have these ceramic jugs, we can go and get some water. Let's check the map for the nearest water source, and it's going to be that river. On the go. I'm pretty confident that we could also look for ore deposits like this, cassiterite. I believe this is tin? Yeah, cassiterite is tin, which can be used for copper, so we're going to mine up a lot of this. And the reason why we want tin is to alloy it with copper to make some bronze, and that'll get us better tools once we enter the age of smelting ores and materials. Oh, and we have some native gold deposit right here. That's nice. Bet we can find a lot of resources along this riverbed. Some flint. Let's see if we can find any copper around here. Some more cassiterite. Malachite. Isn't this iron? Copper. Huh. So we have a copper deposit over here. That's more flint. That's going to be our first little bit of copper. Assuming it's over here. We would need a prospector's pick to figure that out, but that will be for next episode. Right now we're going to mark this for some possible copper. And malachite. And we are also going to mark the riverbed for tin. This is just like gravel. And there was some gold right here. Good to know. now I'm wondering what we can use flint for. Flint and steel, nice. And flint dust. Silicon dioxide. That'll be much later in the game. Wild grapes. That's a good source of fruit, but we already have pumpkins, so I'm going to leave them for now. Just going to fill this in. So that next episode we have a good spot to start off at. And where is the wood? I have used it already. So let's chop down another tree. Some kapok wood. Tiny piles of rock salt. Some of that, some of that. And that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys next episode if you continue to enjoy this series. Goodbye.